across the street was the ex-governor of Illinois, Governor Len Small. And they used to go and have a little conversation with him every Sunday evening. And of course, they wouldn't leave me home. I was in high school. No, I was in grade school. And I lived with them. And I had to go too. And I didn't pay much attention to the governor, but one time I did. The cook called me in. I was taking a walk around their property. They had animals, different kinds of animals in a place, and cars used to stop and look all the time and see. I forget what kind they were, llamas and other things. But she called me in to have a cup of milk or something with the governor. And I sat right across the table from him. And he said, "Hello, how are you?" Then went back to his paper, which was what people do, older people. But I've always thought it was kind of nice. Governors are important people. Oh, I loved high school. I was a cheerleader for our high school basketball team. I was terrible in my grades. I barely passed. I think I passed because my grandpa was on the school board. Okay? And I had lots of boyfriends and lots of girlfriends. And I loved it, every minute of it.
And tell me, I remember you telling me about the alcohol that one time. You never drank.
The alcohol? You mean where I threw it out the window? Oh, we went roller skating. And I didn't realize that the kids, the boys, had alcohol in the car. So on the way home, I noticed that one was drinking. Well, I didn't know what it was, but it didn't matter what it was. I grabbed it and threw it out the window. And you can imagine, they about threw me out the window. And I don't think I ever got a ride again with them to the roller skating rink. I also worked at the telephone company. Old-fashioned, you say, "Number, please." And they give you a number, and sometimes there was two on one line. You would plug it in and do it twice. Then I did that after high school, and I tried to get into nurses' school. My friend and I went to Chicago and went up to see about going to nurses' school, and they said you hadn't had enough science or something in high school. We'd have to go back and take that whole course again. And that sort of put a damper on everything. Well, it was babysitting, but I lived with her. Now, wait a minute. Yes, I did. I think I was kind of homeless at the time. And she took me in, but it actually was babysitting. And I had to have her coffee at her piano top, just exactly at a certain time when she got up out of bed and came out to practice her playing, which was kind of fun. I enjoyed that. The mother played for WGN Chicago piano during when they were in between advertising. And I thought that was real special. And I guess it was. She was very nice to me, though. And then she had 2 little kids, and one little girl was so naughty. I think this is the one. I was at 2 or 3 different places. But this little girl, the mother would give me a nickel to buy her little girl an ice cream cone when we went out for a walk. And plop, every time the little girl just turned it over on the sidewalk. She didn't like it. And I'd tell the mother, and the mother said, oh, well, whatever. She liked to hear that ice cream go plop on the sidewalk, I guess. She was a spoiled little girl. Spelled B-R-A-T. So I just got married instead. I thought that was the easiest thing to do. I grew up, got married, and my husband eventually became a pilot. And he was overseas, and then he had an accident and was killed. And so his friends all came to me, telling me how sorry they were, which was very nice. And the one friend asked me what I was going to do with my life. And I said, well, I was 23 years old. I want to get married and have a family. Later, after I got over this grief, which I did, and I married the one that asked me what I was going to do. And we had 5 children together. And this grandson is from them. He's so good looking. I want to talk about my grandson, who set this all up, who was a darling little boy. He was a smart little boy, but I never knew he was going to grow up and be so smart in all this kind of, I guess it's electronics you call it. Is it, do you, or what? Here I sit looking in, is it a movie camera? I'm going to look at it later. I won't hear myself talk, though, will I? Oh, I will. Well, that's exciting. All right. Yep. Well, I was going to...
Tell me about you.
Hello, my name's Jean.
How's that roll?
It's delicious. I am innocent. I did not inhale. My name is Catherine. Catherine Jean.